Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. So, kind of a finishing video on my sleeping stuff for when I'm camping. I have, like I say, my preference, of course, like anyone, is my cot and a mega mattress, or that's what I call it anyway. And then, or I prefer hammock camping. So I seldom tent camp, and I haven't for several years, actually many years, 10 or 15, because I enjoy hammock camping so much, and it's so much less to carry in, and for me it's easier to take, set up and tear down. It is depending on trees. So if I have to have a tent, I will. It's not that I don't have them, but when I'm in a tent, I use one of my sleeping pads, whichever one is appropriate. The tent that I'm using this weekend is a Geodome 4-season tent. It's going to be a little chilly down on the Buffalo River, and so that's what I'm going to take. So for my sleeping bag, I am probably going to use a rectangle bag that's good to about down to 30 degrees, because I use a poncho liner with it. And so with the two of those and a ground pad, I'll stay plenty warm, particularly in a 4-season tent. But let me show you that, and then I'll show you if all I'm going to do is take a sleeping system, then I have one of the military's sleeping systems that I like as well. I'm a little bit broad in the shoulders, actually, for me to be terribly comfortable in it. But if I'm in that bag, then it's holy cow cold, and comfort is less important than warmth. So there it is. It is just a normal, well-used, square sleeping bag. It rolls up, folds in half this way, and then rolls up. And this bag is only good to about 30 degrees. So here it is, all rolled up. Now I could roll it way tighter or use a stuff sack, but this particular one for this type of camping, I usually do not. So let me get that bag out of the way. And now I will lay out for you kind of our, what's certainly Scout's favorite sleeping bag, because he'll just crash on the ground. He's pretty lazy. When we're camping, he wants to go, particularly if we're hiking in somewhere, he wants to go, he's young. He wants to go as far as we can. And so setting up camp is his least priority. And he prefers a hammock too. And this system will work in a hammock wonderfully. But let me show it to you. So this is the bivy cover. It is Gore-Tex. And this is what helps keep you warm and dry. And this guy is really light. It's kind of like a poncho liner. This is the patrol bag that goes with it. And here is the intermediate sleeping bag that goes with it all. And you just you climb in one inside the other. And it's a wonderful, pretty well designed in my opinion. It's bulky, but it's a wonderful system to keep warm and dry if you use it correctly. And it all fits in a stuff sack right there. And I will show you that in a second. So I have forgot to mention one thing that is in anything with a stuff sack, my dry bag, for my hammock camping, sleeping bags, and stuff sacks. And that is a dry, clean pair of longer socks. So even if you think your feet were dry or your socks were dry during the day, if you've been walking at all, your socks have moisture in them. And overnight when you start to get cool, clean socks will certainly, or dry socks will certainly make a difference, unless you're a dog, in your comfort on a cool night. So there it is. That is the intermediate sleeping bag, the patrol sleeping bag, the bivy cover, and all stuffed in that stuff sack with a pair of socks. Learning how to be comfortable or tolerate cold temperatures, cool nights. No matter where you are, the nights get cool. Take some practice. You got to get used to it. You got to figure out ways to stay warm and dry. And you got to have some equipment to do it for the most part. Doesn't have to be terribly expensive. You can find things at yard sales, surplus stores, Facebook Marketplace, all kinds of places if you keep your eyes open. You want to stay warm, you want to stay dry, and these are some of the ways that I do that. Thanks for watching, and let's get ready.